Tested. Hey guys, Will from Tested.
Norm from Tested.
Apps of the week, iPad.
iPad, iOS.
What kind of, iOS. And we're doing something different. We're doing a theme week. Thanksgiving, it's next week, Norm.
People like cooking.
It's a good time
Will
to cook food.
loves cooking.
Cook a lot.
So here's some apps that will help you cook, plus a special bonus.
Special bonus, stay for the end. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna look at, this is a classic, Epicurious.
It was like one of the very first
It was a launch app.
that I downloaded for the iPad.
Yeah, it's a great app. I use it fairly regularly. It's free, basically gives you access to all of the Condé Nast food recipes. You can rate stuff, you can see big pictures.
So they're a
you
private
can search.
database.
Yeah, it's stuff that appeared in Bon Appetit, Gourmet, and I think Food and Wine maybe, but I'm not sure if that might not be a Condé book. But I mean, it's nice. It gives you ingredients. You can choose to make things. You can favorite recipes you like, so you can kind of save them. You can save them as a recipe card, or you can email them to yourself if you want to take the ingredients.
So
to the store,
each of the
something like
steps is a separate. The arrow moves down as you move from step to step.
yeah, I think you can drag it as you go, so you can keep your place. It's not anything automatic because it wouldn't know when you dump stuff into the water, but it works pretty well. And I like that they take really good pictures of the food, so you can kind of see what it's supposed to look like.
So you know
which
what
is
it's
good.
supposed to look like, because when I cook it, it never looks like that.
Yeah, I mean
You're left with a ton of dirty dishes.
The knock on Epicurious is that a lot of these recipes are pretty hard. So this is like Bon Appetit and Gourmet are definitely enthusiast level cooking publications. So like you may not know how to fold something into something else, and it's not going to tell you how to do that. Probably you need a.
Well, I'll tell you how to make a cup of coffee.
I don't think they have a coffee. I mean, we can find out. You can search. I'm searching for coffee.
It's gonna be a coffee flavored cake.
Yeah, lots of coffee flavored stuff. So I bet this doesn't even use real coffee. It's just probably coffee powder. For the more novice cookers, Food Network app.
Food enthusiast. Food Network, man, Randy Marsh from South Park really loves the Food Network.
Look at all these friendly people here willing to teach you how to cook. I'm partial to Bobby Flay. He's going to be in town this weekend. My wife is going to go see him. I'm a little uncomfortable
Will didn't
with
see
that.
this week's South Park, but
I haven't seen
he is Randy Marsh.
I'm Randy Marsh? I don't want to be Randy Marsh. The segment's over. That was really loud. Okay, so basically you go through here, it's all the recipes. This is just a front end for the Food TV website. You can see all the stuff that they make, ingredients list, it's all the same stuff. This one is nice, it has timers. I like that because it lets you kind of keep track of stuff. And I believe they even run when the app's not in the foreground, which is
that's
nice.
good.
Yeah. So probably not if you have iPad OS 3.2, but when 4.2 comes out, then that'll totally work for you.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. This is much friendlier. These recipes are generally easier to use. You can, again, save stuff if you have it set up. I
don't watch the Food Network. What are the different personalities? What are their specialties?
Bobby Flay is a griller guy, right? He does Mesa Grill. He's a bunch of restaurants. He's one of the only people here that actually has, I think, fantastic food. A lot of these people, I'm not a huge fan of the Food Network, just in general, despite my Randy Marsh tendencies. Okay, so this is okay. It costs money. I think it's $2 or $3. I don't know. I mean, if you're a novice, it's great. If you're not, they do things like the unit converter. It lets you know how many tablespoons is in a teaspoon, or how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon.
If you like watching cooking shows on TV and you don't want to write down all the recipes, they're all here, right?
Yeah, but you can go to the website too. They have a pretty good mobile site that works on the app as well. This is just a different way to access that information. And like I said, the tools are pretty good. If you set recipes that you're going to do, then it'll make a big shopping list for you. If you save stuff, you have the recipe box, of course, and that syncs up with the website as well. And then the unit converter is actually kind of handy. So Ratio is something that you may have seen in Wired a few months ago. This is actually an iPhone app. I have it stretched. You can make it smaller or big. I have it stretched so it makes sense. What Ratio does is tells you how things relate to each other. So it gives you really basic dough recipes. This is kind of for an advanced cook. So it says, okay, here's the ratio of flour to water to salt to dry yeast to make bread dough, right? Just a real basic dough. And then you can get into the details, and there's all sorts of like extra things you can do to the different types of
science of cooking.
This is, this is, if you want to know how to make a specific kind of sauce, this is fantastic. It's not real good for pie, but you can, it'll tell you how to do pie dough or like a custard. And then you add your flavorings and stuff to the base recipe.
Again, is the coffee ratio in this app?
I don't know that the coffee ratio is in here, and this app doesn't actually have search, so that's kind of one of the knocks against it. Basically, this was originally a book. So this guy named Mark Ruhlman, I think, wrote a book about ratios used in cooking.
Thickening ratio.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really interesting.
Add
like
cornstarch.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Well, the roux is the flour and fat cooked together, and then you add the liquid to that, so it's a 10-to-1 ratio, basically. We've talked about ratios a lot lately, it seems like. This is I actually like this app version of this better than the book because it does the math for you. So if you want to make 25 ounces of stuff, whatever, hold on. Say you have a pound of flour, so I'm gonna make 16 ounces. Done. It'll automatically tell you how much fat you need to put in. Next up is Gourmet. I'm not a huge fan of this app. This is part of the new apps of the week, actually looking at shit that we don't like as well as stuff that we do like. This is more kind of lifestyle-y. They do have some good features. I think a lot of this came from Gourmet.com.
Digital, it's a magazine.
Except for Gourmet magazine's gone now. I don't know exactly where this is from, but here's the they go through step by step and they do a reasonably good job. Given the I don't know what this is. Given the topic, I'd rather see like a Cook's Illustrated app that has the same kind of information because I don't care about Joan Rivers.
Put up a bite with Joan Rivers.
Wow, she looks so young. The best thing that I've found, this came from a bunch of user recommendations, is Paprika. What Paprika does is awesome. It lets you go to websites and add your own recipes from the website. So say I want to go to Chow, which is a kind of pretty good cooking site. It's something I enjoy. Go into Chow. I go here and I see, let's see, let's look at this crazy Thanksgiving turkey cake. That sounds pretty gross. But here's the recipe, right? So what you do is you highlight the names and stuff like that.
So there's a lot of clipping and copying and pasting.
There's a lot of copying and pasting. It's actually not, it doesn't take too long. This Chow is the one that didn't work, as I realized.
So it doesn't do like an Instapaper style grip.
It's not that clever. I've used apps that do that before, and usually they don't work particularly well. But so what you do here is you just copy the shit, copy the ingredients.
And you tell it what's the label it as.
You say, hey, this is ingredients, and do the same thing for instructions. Oops, in the iPad.
New ways to bookmark content.
Yes, copy directions, create recipe, boom, you have a recipe ready to go.
That is pretty cool.
I think that's pretty rad. It's $10. It's kind of crazy expensive though.
Wow.
And then we have a bonus. Special bonus. Something crazy happened today. Are you feeling angry or not so much, Norm?
Not
pretty
so
calm?
much anymore.
Really? Not at all angry? No. So yeah, id, makers of Doom and Quake and Wolfenstein 3D, released Rage HD for iPad last night. Is this really in game? You think this? I thought this was video. I thought that looked like video.
That is video.
Okay.
The one when you load the first level is in game.
So I've been playing a little bit this morning.
Exit level.
Exit level?
You want to
start from scratch? Okay.
This is Rage HD, and it's actually the Monster Bash. It's on rails shooting gallery. That's set in the universe of Rage, is upcoming action shooter.
It's actually
you missed the best part. That was the in-game part.
I don't watch cutscenes.
So it's out for both iPhone and iPad.
And it's the same. It's a unified app, so you don't have to buy it twice,
yes.
which is nice.
And it's only $2. On iPad, you're using touch controls. On iPhone, you can use tilt controls.
Interesting. Do you find the tilt controls or the touch controls to be better?
I like the tilt controls. I thought they were very fun. And it's a shooting gallery, so you have to shoot targets for bonus points, shoot bags of money for cash or ammo crates. 3 guns. You have a pistol, machine gun, and a shotgun.
That's all you need.
And it looks amazing.
This is very reminiscent of Doom Resurrection, which came out I think last year, maybe the year before.
Yeah, but if you compare the two, Doom Resurrection looks so dated.
Well, Doom Resurrection looked awesome when it came out.
But this is a true next-gen iOS game. And the frame rate is very fast. You got to dodge those guys.
Is that what that does?
Yeah.
I usually just shoot them out of the air. Yeah, suck it, zombie guy.
There are 3 levels. This is the tenement. There's also an asylum and a bunker. And
Does it really matter though? I mean, I'm
no,
just shooting zombies.
Shooting zombies.
So this is
They're mutants.
This is part of the kind of mini game inside the actual Rage game, right?
I think so. Yes.
Something's beating the hell out of me. Switching to shotgun.
Boomstick.
I don't think my shotgun would be that accurate at that distance, but I'll take the points.
This is incredibly fun. If you have an iPhone 3GS or newer, running iOS 3.2, you can grab this right now. It is 750 megs.
Holy crap.
One of the bigger iOS games.
So that's why they released, because they released like a low res and a high res version,
Yes,
right?
this is the HD version.
And is the only difference size and texture quality and stuff like that?
I think so.
I,
And also, low-res version runs better on 3GS.
So I enjoyed this okay. It's not like the greatest game I've ever played.
I think it has. It's kind of interesting. It's almost what they did with like Quake 3. They took a formula which they know has worked for them. In this case, the Doom Resurrection rail shooter formula, and they created a new game based on that. And they're not doing anything different. I mean, they don't need to have a full
Sticking to the
action
formula is what you're saying.
RPG like Epic is doing with Epic Citadel. You know, and have a complex game. They're improving the graphics, and they think this is the best type of shooter that you're going to get on iOS.
Well, and it seems I think a lap takes what, about 10 minutes probably?
Yeah,
Maybe a
about
little bit less than
5 to
that?
10 minutes.
It's kind of a tuned for a mobile type thing. I found the controls a little frustrating. Although
That's
I'm
why I
much
like
better at
Salt.
them now than I was 3 hours ago. I am full of rage right now.
And I am full of anticipation for Thanksgiving.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Norm?
Making pies.
Really?
Sweet.
What's your favorite pie?
Pies. It hasn't been invented yet.
Okay.
Find out.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, guys.
See ya.
Bye.